going on YouTube? Earth Tower here, and I've got a deck profile for you. So a little bit of background. We were streaming the other night, for those of you who saw it, and I wound up putting a Cobalt control together after the stream and tried it out a little bit. It's Water Dark Light, and it was doing some cool stuff. Like, Cobalt was putting in some work. It's just, like, randomly good. I don't know, it's just, like, with all the aggression, like, that extra shield is really, really useful. So, I was just like, let me put this deck around it. I think Bobby Break, shout-outs to you, he had put it together, and CVH had made mention of it, and that's kind of where the idea started to put this deck together. So I threw it together, tried it out. I beat Christian. It was like 3 or 4 games out of however many we played.
Not in the tournament, though.
Not in the tournament.
Got 2-0, though.
And then going back to this tournament now that we just had at League, where you guys saw the top 4 in the finals on a couple days ago, I wound up going 1-2 with it. I beat Theo, who actually won the tournament, and then I lost to Christian after a very close game 1, and then I just kind of, it was the worst of hands game 2. And then against Sean, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I just kind of lost to Sabretooth game 1 because it's huge, and this deck really doesn't have a lot of answers to that, and then I just lost to Triggers in game 2 against him. So it's just kind of...
What's a trigger?
I lost a blast, shield blast against him. Sorry about that. So yeah, here's the deck. Got it laid out for you here. Go over it. Figured this is an easy review. You guys might have seen this on CVH's channel when they did the...
No, because I didn't do that one.
Oh, okay, well, it's just a new way of doing decks. This way you guys see it laid out. You guys can just assess it. You don't have to, like, watch the entire video to get the counts.
And he doesn't have to put the deck list in the description, because you can just pause the video right here.
Deck list in the description. So, yeah, very small water section.
The water section.
Yeah, it's just a lot of draw. I'm running 46 cards. I actually wound up... quick thing is this morning I wound up, it was 44, and then I took out 2 Fumes and put in 2 Screeching Scare Adorable. Took out the Sparkblade Protector for a Halone, just because it's
Halone.
Just because it's an answer to Bolt Tail and Sabretooth. It gets over them, whereas Sparkblade cannot. Throughout the day though, I sort of like kind of wanted Sparkblade though. It was weird. Just because I noticed it when I was playing against Theo and testing against a couple of his decks at his house the other night. But like Sparkblade on turn 4 just like revenges the Neuron. It can kill the Medusa pretty early, and it's a blocker on top of that, which is kind of cool. So I can just camp behind it if I need to. I mean, granted, that would be my only answer to like the, I guess, Bolt Tail and Sabretooth are going to be the Terror Pit or the Bone Blades, but yeah, I mean that's generally that's generally.
I mean that's why I lost in finals, because I just didn't have enough answers to other Bolt Tails.
Well, the thing is, I wasn't running Medusa prior. Like, because the change was I took out 3 cards. I took out 2 Fumes and the Sparkblade to put these in, and then I just added 2 Medusas. And throughout the course of the day, I didn't summon Medusa once. I mean, it's not a lot to base a deck off of for 3 rounds that I used it in. It definitely needs more testing, but I kind of wanted my Fumes throughout the course of the day. Like, it would have been a solid turn 4 compared to Screeching. And the times that I had Halon, he would have been better as a Sparkblade. So...
Max playing your Enforcer lineup because only 2 Chasms is cool, I guess.
Yeah, this card is just so real in the meta right now, so I don't want to run a lot of like low drops. That's
unfortunately, there's only 2 people actually running it today.
Yeah, so that's why I know. That's why I only wanted to run 2 Chasm, and just because he's 1 for 2,000, he's only there to chump block or turn into a Cobalt, so... I don't really need 3. I don't want to top deck him. I don't want to see him that often.
Yeah, and tell people that Cloudwalker is better than Stalker Sphere, in case anyone wondered.
Cloudwalker's so good, guys. So good. You drop him turn 2, and this is fantastic if you're going second. Like, you drop him turn 2, turn 3 they play the Seneschal, and then you summon the Blinder Beetle and just kill it. And all of a sudden, like, you've got this huge momentum that you can Rusaka into on turn 4, or, like, Screeching away something on turn 3, or turn 4. Like... This play right here, the Cloudwalker to Blinder Beetle, is just so real.
How many cards is the deck?
46. It's 46 total. I'm running the 1 Razorkender just because I really like it. It's kind of like pseudo... what am I trying to say? Tetsuran the Unchained, which is super real right now. Like, just creatures that can kill stuff. Again, like, going back even to the beginning of this game are just really, really good. I mean, granted, he sucks against Evos, and he sucks against Bolt Tail, but... Against Unchains and other control decks, this card's really, really good. And then Dark Scare Adorable is the other pseudo-finisher on top of Cobalt, where it just kind of gives me the win at random times. Like against Sean, I almost had game 2 after I kind of like stabilized after he got me with triggers, but then he had another trigger. So
I don't know what a trigger is, Carl.
Another blast. I'm sorry. I'm going to say shield trigger forever.
You need to stop.
It's a terrible habit. To go back to the water section, though, where it kind of veered off a little bit. At 46 cards, like, I thought about it, like, do I really need the spy mission? And the answer is yes. I think, like, just the random +2, even at 4 mana, is really, really nice.
And seeing it in spy mission right now.
Seeing it in shields is really good, too.
I know, that's, like, the best.
Yeah, I like one of the matches where I beat Theo, because our game went to game 3. One of the games that I won against Theo, he broke this at the end of his attack, and I wound up topping the Cobalt after I drew the 2 off spy mission, which gave me the win because I had a chasm in hand. So it was like just kind of randomly neat to see that work. And then I'm running the 1 Neptus because it just gives random decks random problems. Neptas. Spark Blast.
Spark Blast?
Storm Spark Blast is really, really good. And then just regular, like, standard control stuff. The 2 Puppet, the
You need 3 Gloom Hollows right now.
Yeah,
the standard
turn. Gloom Hollow puts in all the work against nature. Like, he's just the answer to any nature ever. Like, just so good. But like I said, Medusa really didn't happen all day, so I really can't say too much about it. I mean, it is Medusa. It does what it does, but I really didn't. There wasn't a lot to Screeching all day long because everyone's playing around it. After the Blurple like took over last week, I think everyone trying to strayed away from it, so it kind of made this.
I was hoping people would keep playing it because I built my deck to counter Blurple.
Deck to counter it. Yeah,
whatever.
Sort of similar to what I did here, but overall, like I'm really happy with Cobalt. I really like this card. It just needs more testing to just see how it holds up against the other decks, because like I said, I lost to Christian pretty savagely in tournament, but the day prior, I think I took 3 or 4 games off of you, so it's just interesting, and I like it. So hope you guys like it too.
If you do, leave a like.
Yeah, leave a comment down below. Let me know your changes. I'm definitely thinking about going back to Fumes in this. It is a really aggressive deck, but like I said, I just really like Fumes. Just the random pick away at the hand is.
Did you ever have a problem like on turn 3 not having other water mana for like Logos or Seneschal? Because it seems like they could have.
It happened once all day long, and it was actually in a fun game against Theo's girlfriend early on.
Okay.
But like, I really don't have a mana problem too much. It's really like at one point against Sean, I had 2 Medusas, a Cobalt, and a Storm Spark in hand, and he had no field, no hand, but I just had those 4 cards in hand. I couldn't do anything with them. Like, it was random. So like, there's a lot of dead cards in here if you're not like setting up. I guess if you don't get the setup pieces.
There's a lot of potential bad draws.
Yeah, exactly. So. But overall, I like the deck, and again, like I said, it needs more testing, and hopefully you guys will see it in some matches later on.
Indeed.
Leave a comment down below. Let me know what changes you might make, or if you've tested it or tried anything like it, and what cards you like in it. And then check out the social links, the Facebook, the Twitter. All that
check out my channel, YouTube.
Check out CVH's channel at Christian Van Hoos, or CVH Music, whichever's easier to type, I guess. And hopefully, guys, we'll see you next time.
Peach.